This is a little different. I just have some things to catch you up on. So today, instead of an adventure, sort of a little bit of a vlog, a normal vlog. I don't consider myself a vlogger usually. Usually we film more of a show. We go out, we have an adventure, and we come back. But today, this is more of a sometimes vlog. Yeah. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Lately, I've been absent a little more than I normally am. Normally, I'm either filming or editing every day. Bam, 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 bam. But for the last week, I haven't been doing it so much. And the reason why, for the reason why, we have to go backwards a little bit. This summer, spring into summer, I did an epic, more than 40-day long Route 66 journey from LA to Chicago and all the way back to LA. I was filming every day. It's probably the most fun and probably the most rewarding, like the best thing that I've ever done in my whole life. I researched months and months beforehand, the year beforehand. I'd gone down much of Route 66, so I really knew what I was doing. Feeling the A game, feeling the energy. You know me, I'm usually full of energy. But something happened when I got around St. Louis last year. And by the way, that entire Route 66 adventure, the whole playlist with all the stuff, the history and the fun stuff and all that stuff is right here on this channel. So if you ever missed it, go back and watch it. It's amazing. It's all in one playlist. Just look for the playlist. Anyway, when I got to about the Missouri-Illinois state line, there was a day I had to take off because I was just so sick. And I woke up the next day and kept filming anyways. I was so sick. And as the rest of that month, hitting Chicago, turning around, starting to head for home, happened, I was just so tired. And of course, being out on the road for 30, 40 days, more than a month, doing all this epic stuff, running around, doing all this crazy stuff, I thought, I'm just tired. It's just a long trip. I've been doing a lot of stuff. And even though it's not really usual for me to get tired like that, I just need a little rest, whatever. I came home and there were still videos to edit and do, so I kind of was just sleeping and editing. I was just tired. Well, ever since that time, I've just felt like I've been moving through water. I came back and I had this horrible swollen knee for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I couldn't really go out and do as much stuff. My joints all hurt and were swelling up. It was the weirdest thing. And I figured, well, I just did all this crazy stuff, right? So a month goes by, then another month goes by, then another month goes by. While my uncle was in the hospital in Pittsburgh for a horrible cancerous tumor and all this stuff, I started to get actually worried. Like, that one came out of nowhere for him, and I was thinking, I really haven't felt like my full 100% self for months. So I decided I better go to the doctor. And somebody asked me, well, have you ever been tested for Lyme disease? And I'm like, no, I've been bit by ticks on that Route 66 trip in the middle of nowhere, but I couldn't have Lyme disease. I never got really sick or anything like that. And then I looked it up, and if you get a tick bite from Lyme disease, you get this weird rash. There's this weird mark around it after you get the bite, and I thought, you know what? When I was in the Ozarks, I did get bit by ticks, and I did have a mark just like that. So then the paranoia started to set in, and all this time later, I finally got into a doctor the day after Halloween, or Halloween, right around that time. And of course, I was behind on some of my booster shots. I had to get a pneumonia vaccine and a tetanus shot. So I got the shots, and it gave me a fever, so I was down for like a day with the fever. But at the same time, they also drew blood to test me for Lyme disease, because everything I was saying, they're like, yeah, this is all symptoms. Fatigue is one of the biggest symptoms too, which I'm telling you, you guys know me, I'm a Mr. Energy. My junior high school principal used to call me Bungee, because she said I just boing, 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 boing. I mean, I've always been like that. And lately I've been so, like, moving underwater tired, just, I can't do anything. So I was a little nervous. And the blood tests came back yesterday, or the day before yesterday, positive, and I am now being treated for Lyme disease. And they're hoping that I have to do 30 days of some crazy antibiotics, and they're hoping at the end of the 30 days that it's gone. It clears up and you can be good if they catch it early. And this is sort of early because a lot of people don't ever catch this stuff for years. That it will just clear up and I'll be okay. But there's always a risk of having chronic Lyme disease, chronic Lyme that affects you forever. I'm not gonna die, you know. Some days I've been fine. I've been able to do my normal thing and running around all crazy, but there's been a lot of days for the past few months where I mean, it just hurt to do everything. It hurt to move your arms, it hurt to move your legs. My joints would, swell up like really bad, fingers and elbows and like weird stuff, and I get really, just like felt like you had the flu but you weren't gonna throw up. So it was definitely, and has been definitely affecting me. Weird headaches. I never had headaches before, and I'd be getting these headaches and horrible things. So hopefully 30 days from now, or 28 days from now, whatever it is now, I will be a lot better. Funny story, when we first got the antibiotics home, the next morning I was supposed to take it because I had the fever from the thing. I didn't want to mix two, it can make you feel bad, so I didn't want to mix two things at once. We woke up the next day and accidentally threw away the antibiotics when we cleaned up the house and threw a bunch of stuff in the dumpster. So I spent the next morning with a fever in the dumpster trying to find this medication. It was, Allie's in there like, oh, I'm so sorry, somehow it got thrown out. It was a terrible morning. But we did manage to call all the doctors, get the confirmed blood test diagnosis. Yes, you have Lyme. And now I had to get more pills and take them. And they are the most nauseating antibiotic things I've ever taken in my whole life. Like 15 minutes after I take that pill, it sets in, and for the next 2 hours, I can't even move. I feel like I'm gonna throw up like any second. I've never been nauseous like that. It's terrible. After about 2 hours though, I feel like this. I feel more or less normal. I'm a little tired and stuff from all the stuff that's been going on, but more or less normal. It's a little depressing, right? Oh, you may have this serious thing that may dog you for the rest of your life. And over the period of time that I wasn't feeling normal, it was getting worse and worse as time goes on, which is what they say happens. So hopefully the antibiotics are going to solve everything. It's taking me down 2 times a day when I take them. Well, I can't do much because I just feel like I'm going to throw up. And I'm hoping that maybe that'll get better too as I just get used to them. But that's basically the biggest part of what's been going on lately. A lot of people are like, what's going on, man? You okay? What you doing? Where you at? Where's the high energy? And it's here. I feel it. There's all kinds of stuff that I want to do, but that is more or less what's been happening. Also, on the horrible other side note that I can't really talk about for obvious reasons, gearing up for a whole other custody argument. There's whole other things because my circumstances have changed. Everybody's circumstances have changed. Sort of a normal routine when you have those kind of issues going on in your life. So that's a little bit depressing too. And obviously finding out that, yeah, it's not just that you're tired and you need a little rest. There's something wrong with you, you know. It gave me a little bit of a panic attack. I'm not going to lie to you. I have some anxiety problems sometimes, but most of the time, my sort of quest for positivity, method of living gets me sort of through it, and I actually have had way less anxiety problems since all that. But that one gave me a little bit of anxiety, like, claw your skin off, there's something gross inside of you, get it out, get it out. I went to the counter to schedule the blood test with the lady, and I was like, well, I might have Lyme disease, so I gotta hop in the blood test. And she's like, well, you can do it next week, you can do it now. I was like, let's just do it right now, you know, better to know and not know. You have a really positive attitude about it. Well, I'm trying, because I can't control the fact that I got bit by an animal tick thing in the forest of the Ozarks and got Lyme disease, which is really rare. Usually it's only in the Northeast. There's very few cases in the Midwest and in California, and etc., but I guess I'm one of the few. And I thought, I can't control the circumstances. I can only control my reaction. So I'm going to try to just be positive. We're going to take the medicine. Hopefully it's going to clear out and destroy everything. This is really, for whatever reason, I've never been one of those people that takes medicine and then has all the side effects, you know? I'm usually the guy that takes this like, I don't have any of those side effects. Well, this one's giving me the side effects. Oh, I almost made myself gag for real. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm sorry to be long-winded about it, take a long time to explain. A lot of people have been like, dude, it's like, what's going on with you, man? Also, when my friend Adam quit daily vlogging, to go, and he's, you know, doing other epic stuff that's going to come out soon and all that stuff. So if everybody keeps asking me, where's Adam? Is he okay? He's totally fine. He's doing rad stuff, actually, and soon we'll all be able to watch it. But when he quit, a big part of that was that he, you know, got so burned out from every day constantly doing this to the point where he had no personal life. And having a family, and I already have the celiac disease thing to go through. Also, my blood test showed that I was anemic, which can also cause fatigue and stuff, and that's also from dealing with celiac and all that stuff. I thought, yeah, and given how tired I am and how not good I felt, maybe I should take some more time for the family, so I've been trying to do that. But mostly, I've been battling with this mystery ailment that, at least now, it has a name, it has a face, I know what I'm dealing with. I don't feel crazy for feeling so tired and weird, you know, and hopefully I'll just be able to move forward. So November's going to be an interesting month of being nauseous for 4 hours a day, if this doesn't get better, and it may slow things down a little bit as I get used to this, but I'm hoping that I'll start to feel better, because theoretically, once this medication starts to work, I'll start to feel a lot better and be able to get way back more to my normal routine. Like I said, some days I feel perfectly normal. Always a little bit, like I'd say 80% of normal how I used to feel, right? Energy-wise and all that stuff. And I can get a bunch of stuff done and it's all good. And then there'll be like 2 or 3 days in a row where I don't know what happens. I'm telling you, like it all swells up and I'm like, ugh, like I feel like death. So hopefully the percentage of days I feel great will get bigger, and the percentage of days that I feel kind of poopy will get smaller, and we'll be able to go forward. Also, double down on being really strict about not eating out anywhere with the whole celiac thing, because that's been affecting me too. A lot of mistakes being made because I'm like, oh, this restaurant has a gluten-free menu. Making it in a kitchen where it's not, you know, really purely safe and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to double down on let's get better, let's get healthy, because we've got some adventures to have. I've got plane tickets for this month, so I've got some brand new things at old places that I've never seen before. I'm hoping to see some old faces this month. I've got a wedding to go to this month. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and some really crazy stuff, I hope, coming up in December. So hopefully everything will be as right as the mail very soon, and I'll be your huckleberry. Again, I'm still going to be popping in as much as I possibly can, but I just want to sort of update everybody. That's what's been going on, and I really didn't want to take a camera to the doctor and then hear something worse, right? So I'm okay with it now, because I thought I could have gone to the doctor and they could have said, yeah, your blood test came back for cancer or something. So I'm very grateful, because in the scheme of things, this is not the worst thing that could have happened. And I'm feeling very humbled. I posted something on Facebook the other day just because people were like, you know, hey, you haven't been around as much, or what's going on? You missed a couple of days there. And I posted something like, oh, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on behind the scenes, you know. I love you guys. I'll explain in a little bit. So many people left all these really nice, loving comments. My eyes were getting sweaty with respect. People were dressing up for me, like me for Halloween, and I was getting like, oh. So I'm very grateful, very lucky, very blessed, whichever word you choose to use, that all of you guys are in my life, that I've been able to entertain you to the degree that I have been able to, and try to just, I don't know, keep all this stuff going. I'm at a loss for words. When I think about it, I'm getting choked up on the inside. I don't want to get choked up. I've been nauseous already. I don't need to get choked up, you guys. I'm very grateful that all of you care enough to give a crap about when this stuff happens to me. I really am. I'm really thankful and grateful and humble every single day that this stuff happens, that the pins or the hugs that people give me when they see me in real life, or just watching all these crazy adventures. Like I said, if you've never seen that Route 66 series that I did, go back and watch it. It was worth getting Lyme disease for, I think. Okay, well anyway, that's what's going on. I love you all. I'm about to go to a family dinner and explain it all to them, and go to the chiropractor, because that's still going on, but it's getting a lot better. And it's just weird perfect storm. So I just wanted to let you guys all know what was going on. Hopefully it will all be fine very soon, or at least get better, right? And I should have gone to the doctor earlier. So if you ever get bit by a bug, and by the way, the rash wasn't the day after, it was about a week after. And that was the thing why I thought there was no sort of weird thing with the bite. And then I was told, yeah, oftentimes you get this weird, it's like shaped like a bullseye, it's like different colors as it goes out. You get this weird rash a week or two after getting a tick bite. So if all of a sudden you get some kind of weird thing on your body after getting bit by a tick, go to the doctor. I should have done that, but I didn't know that part of it. You know, I thought you went down with crazy fevers and would have to get hospitalized if you got Lyme disease from a tick. Apparently that doesn't happen like that for everybody. There can be this slow, just horribleness that happens. So make sure if you get bit by weird insects and have weird marks on your body, go to the doctor. That's my advice. Okay, I love you all. Thanks for listening to me talk for way too long. I'll see you all a little bit later. I'm about to go take a pill and get extremely nauseous. Sayonara. I got the Lyme